Okay, so I've made some corrections to the timeline. There are certain things that were kind of inaccurate. So, um, first off, everything I said happened in 2015 actually happened in 2014. So, yeah. Except for my crack into Minecraft, the rest was in 2014. Yeah. So, for example, um, joining Unity SMP Junior, Unity SMP, the Dragon Order fight reset, and the kick and non-whitelist was right before the end of 2015. And yeah. So then I created the Minecraft into Minecraft world, and I made my first Minecraft into Minecraft video not long after. I'm gonna rely on the videos I made to be sure of the dates. Yeah, so in 2015, my crack into Minecraft. After that, I think 2015 was a very long year because I was running out a lot of the area to make videos for Minecraft into Minecraft, so I didn't have much time for other things. But eventually I got kind of tired of always mining out, so I started new types of videos. So for example, I made a video about a Minecraft snapshot for 1.9, and then I also started a new series called UHC Highlights. So with this new highlights videos, I was going to post more minigame related content on my channel, and that's what happened. Throughout the year, I put out many videos of minigames I played, like Skywars and Hunger Games and Ultra Hardcore. Um, yeah, so game phase. And during this phase, I also visited the old world of your DSMP because it kind of ended abruptly after I quit. So yeah, visited DSMP world. Yeah, and because of that, I got inspired to join another SMP, and it was from the same owner. So HLG Softron was now named Alkali, and we were part of a new SMP called Tranquility SMP, I believe. Yeah. So Tranquility SMP starts, and it didn't end that well because when we like the first two episodes that are on my channel, they weren't very far apart, and like eventually everyone moved to other servers and stuff, so the SMP kind of ended there. I was still making minigame highlights, so it didn't affect me that much, but yeah. So yeah, let's continue 2015. I think 2015 is also the year where the Vodable community happened. So there was this website called Vodable where many communities could gather around and share their content. It was a bit like Reddit, but simpler and more oriented for content creators. So yeah, it was a very interesting website, and most people who made content on that website were Minecraft YouTubers. So those were my first encounters with other kinds of Minecraft creators as well. And they hosted many events at one point. At one point, I joined the Vodable UHC. And it was one of my first experiences actually being in a Vodable or any recorded round UHC, and it was very entertaining, and it was both live and recorded, so good. I could view after what happened and stuff, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it, and um, starting from there, I didn't have much more recorded round experience because nothing much happened after that. Uh, after my participation, they made another season, I think, and I couldn't join, so they they continued on without me, and then eventually uh, they shut down the website because there was something. I think the owner was preoccupied by other things, so he had to move and shut down the website. Yeah. Uh, like in the same time, I was still posting UHC and mini-game highlights, and that leads up to 2016, where I began the year with many uploads of mini-game highlights. So many mini-game highlights, and by posting these mini-game highlights, I began to encounter other Minecraft players as well. One notable one, I think, is Invictable. He was in one of my Mega Skywars matches, and we were both pretty skilled at the game at the time, so we both kind of won it like with just us two in the game. So eventually we became friends on Hypixel, and we played a lot of Mega Skywars games together, and it was a very good experience. So um, yeah, Invictable. So if we continue on, uh, I did make throughout all of this, I made a tutorial called the Advanced Cobblestone Generator, which became one of my most popular videos at the time because I don't know, maybe the word advanced made a generator more fantastic to see, but yeah. Then in the same year, I posted videos on the combat and update, and because I wanted to show people how to PvE in 1.9, even though I wasn't that experienced either. So yeah, 1.9 combat tutorial. And in the same year, I started posting old channel videos. So I found a hard, not the hard drive, but a folder containing most of the old videos I put on the old channel. So I put them on this channel and I removed the music, and uh, it was a lot of videos at once, so it drew a lot of people away, and yeah, it wasn't a very good idea to do that all at the same time in one day, but yeah. Um, so let's move on. Yeah, many videos. I did find a couple of videos that I was surprised that I made at that time. One of them was how to make Ito's pumpkin and melon farm. And another tutorial I made was a chest shop plugin tutorial for 1.3 plus. And this was done in 2012. And this one 2013. So yeah, it was pretty cool to find these old videos. I still have them privated on the channel. I just like uh, I don't want people to be bombarded with all of that. So I might make a montage of those videos eventually, but for now they'll stay privated for the most part. Um, yeah. So let's say 2012. Yeah, yeah, it does make sense because September 2012 is like 1.4 took a time to get out, and yeah, so that makes sense. Oh, and I forgot to talk about one particular thing that happened between 2013 and 2014. So I met a couple of small YouTubers at once, and uh, I don't know how I met them, but we kind of kept in touch, and we tried to create our own survival server that would include all three of us. One of those guys, I think his name was Solender B, and that's why I still remember the name. Uh, when we when we tried to do it, I was still in the cracked version of the game, so they couldn't invite me on the server because I didn't have the official game, and they didn't want to make the server like accepting offline players because it would remove the use for whitelist. So eventually the idea kind of died down, but like I still remember that experience, and uh, that's mainly what led me to like restart my channel and then eventually buy the game and continue on up until this day. So let's say 2016. So we were here. Oh yeah, and this year I reached 10 episodes of the Minecraft Let's Play. So that includes my crack into Minecraft and Demomaker plays Minecraft. both together. I kind of merged the episode count of both together, and that's why it's like the 10th episode. Um, it, I thought about that because I knew it was going to be long to produce episodes, so um, like having a bigger number would attract probably more people. So yeah. Um, at the same time, like 3 days earlier, I made an April Fool's video, which said I left, which was not true, and many subscribers left because they thought I left. So yeah, it was a really bad April Fool's video because it kind of doomed my channel for growth. Yeah. After that, uh, yeah. So throughout the year, I still continue on experimenting with content. So one kind of content that I made was mines, like Minecraft vines, because vines was popular at that time, and I wanted to like make something similar to that, but for Minecraft shorts or something. Uh, if shorts existed back then, I probably would have made something like that with shorts, but yeah, I was a bit too early with that concept, but yeah. Um, this is also the year where I did the second season of my UHC, so Demomaker in UHC season 2. Um, oh yeah, and in season 1, I think it was in 2014. Yeah, so about this time, uh, released Demomaker in UHC season 1. Yeah. And so when I released season 2 of that, I also made a montage of Demomaker in UHC season 1. And yeah, because I made that montage, it led me to make another montage for the second season eventually. Don't remember when I did that montage. Um, oh, it was in 2017. Okay, so it's quite far back. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the same year, uh, 2016, I started making music, and it was my first time creating music. So created first music, and the name of the first uh, music piece I created was "Randomness is Key" because I didn't know how to uh, like compose or write music. Like, yeah, I was just beginning, so I had no experience with music production, and I chose the first program that I saw that was free, and it was MuseScore. And since then I still use that program for music production, but now it's a lot more um, professionally sounding music. So yeah, even though it's not that great, but yeah. Um, and with this, I also like incorporated other people's music at the time. I don't know why I did that. There was kind of a boom of people trying to make music in the Minecraft community at that time. So I remember I made a Rick Sucks Go like combination of exotics, music, and my randomness is key music, and it kind of sounded terrible, even though at the time I thought it was pretty good. Um, yeah, and yeah, in the same year I also put out a Minecraft tutorial on cobblestone and stone generators, and that's one of my most popular videos on the channel. I don't know why. I think it's because of the stone generator part. Because at the time there weren't that many tutorials on how to make a stone generator, so by including that in the name and actually doing one, I think people were pretty interested in that. Um, yeah, and at the same time, I was also creating content for other types of minigames like factions videos. So I made two factions videos. I made one that um, was like about money stuff to like start off in factions, the best ways to make money. And another episode was about just me playing on the faction server, and yeah, it didn't lead to anywhere because I didn't make any more episodes after that. I was kind of distracted by everything else that was happening. So yeah, and so throughout the year I continued on making music and creating still creating minigame highlights and stuff. Um, yeah, and then sometime in like I posted the one more episode of My Crack into Minecraft, and then uh, I was invited to join the Craft and Curious SMP. So it was a SMP mostly made up of people that were 18 years old or older, and I was 17 at the time, so I think it made people a bit mad that I was joining that, and um, it kind of caused the SMP to die out, despite me joining late in the season. Um, yeah. Um, um, like before that, I was still a fan of V for Vanilla. Not sure when. I think yeah, 2015 probably. So V for Vanilla SMP fan. Because like after the events of the shutdown of the 2014 server, some players that I knew met Fenaqua, Kinama, and Lemoide. Um, like since they still had access to the server and I was kicked and non-whitelisted, I asked them to make videos on the server, trying to see what I had done on the server. It was kind of um, selfish a bit, but despite that, they still did it for me and was really grateful. So I continued on watching their content, and eventually they joined many SMPs. But the one that they stayed on for the most is V for Vanilla. Uh, for servers at the time, V4 Vanilla was one of the biggest SMPs in the small YouTuber community, so it was a pretty big deal that they joined that, and I wanted to join that too, but I couldn't because, well, I didn't produce that much content. Uh, so, yeah, and um, that's why over here I was quite excited to join Craft and Curious because there were some members from the V4 Vanilla server on that, and like it could lead me to possibly joining the V4 Vanilla server, but that never happened, and like it doesn't really matter. um, like I do appreciate that server, but like I've kind of moved on from trying to join it. It's not like it's kind of late to do that, and I don't necessarily want to do that anymore. So yeah, um, yeah. So Captain Chris, I produced like 3 episodes on it, I believe, something like that. Um, yeah, three, actually 5 episodes. Yeah, quite a bit more than I was expecting, but yeah. So I think it mostly ended in December of 2016 because after that, well, no, it still continued on. But I knew that during the time of December, it was kind of dying down. So let's say 2017. Um, yeah, so the end was somewhere like January or February. So end of Craft and Curious. And I liked the experience, but I made a weird video saying goodbye to the SMP, and I think like I I indirectly made it seem like it was a terrible experience, but in reality it was a very good experience for me. So yeah, um, made a goodbye video that was sadder than supposed to be. So yeah, um, and in that same year, I still produced content on the server. Well, I mean, um, yeah, I still produce content on the server, but like until it ended, and during that time, I mostly put out music videos and stuff. Um, but then when it ended, I was kind of dry of content, so I decided to focus a lot more on Minecraft into Minecraft. So increased focus on Minecraft into Minecraft. Yeah, so from that point on, I decided to focus a lot more on Minecraft into Minecraft to make it a bigger series than it was at the time. my plans didn't work out that well because like I did produce a lot of episodes, but I eventually still got demotivated by having to dig out a lot of stone and stuff, and yeah, and like right when I started that, I also made an April Fool's video uh, pretending to be Ito. So I made a video that was like almost like a parody of Ito's episodes at the time, and I posted it on Ito subreddit because there was a fan subreddit of Ito, and people didn't like that because they got fooled by someone making a fake Ito video, and I didn't really do it properly either, so it was a bad decision, and I removed the video, but yeah, I gained a bit of hate because of that, and yeah, it wasn't the best decision. um, yeah. So after that, I still produce Minecraft content up until the summer where I was preoccupied, and eventually I made a montage. Like around here, made leaving for a while montage. I also made a 2-year montage at some point. I think it was 2016. 3-year channel montage. And yeah, I made like 3 montages during all this time. So yeah, I made a lot of montages for not that much content, but yeah. And then after this, there was a big void because in that montage I was leaving for a while, so stopped playing Minecraft and posting YouTube videos. So let's say 2018 rolled around and nothing was happening. Okay, so I expanded the area. So in 2018, I literally disconnected from Minecraft and YouTube in general. I wasn't following anything at the time. I was really focusing on my studies because it was leading to my career job at the time. So yeah, then 2019 rolled around, and eventually during that year, some people in my classes started showing me what they did in Minecraft and stuff, and I told them that I used to be a Minecraft YouTuber as well, and like that inspired me to like start playing Minecraft in after school hours, and that's when one of the best worlds I've ever made was done. So best world ever made was created. Um, it gave me motivation to return to Minecraft eventually. Uh, the world name is Independent. Uh, Continue playing Minecraft. So yeah, um, uh, I call it independent because I was was never going to make YouTube videos on it, and it gave me motivation to play on it because I didn't have any expectations of what I was going to do, and that led to a pretty great world. I might show it sometime, but not now. But yeah, it was one of the worlds where I advanced the most. And it's kind of a big influence on how I play now. I even got the chance to get an elytra and stuff. Ever since 1.9 and stuff, I had the opportunity to have an elytra, and it was such a great experience to finally experience it. um, yeah, but then because I liked playing that world, I eventually started getting a lot more interest in YouTube again. So started getting, and so eventually I created a tutorial, and because I found out that not that many tutorials showed how to make a particular type of cobblestone generator, and it was 4 player cobblestone generator tutorial. And with that tutorial, I wanted it to be the best tutorial possible because I knew that I didn't want to make like content that I used to make because it seemed to be pretty generic. So I wanted to stand out a bit, and that tutorial I mostly didn't talk. I let the build talk for itself, and I showed everything in the tutorial, and it influenced a lot on how I made future tutorials. And yeah, so because of that, I got inspired to try and make a new Let's Play during the summer where school was off. So I started the um, Demomaker playing Minecraft Let's Play. And that still included the episode counts from Minecraft and Demomaker Plays Minecraft. So I was about episodes 17, 18, and 19, I think. And yeah, and I did that over the summer. And when I came back to school, well, before I came back to school, I made another tutorial on piano controlled by the hotbar, and I used the same techniques as the tutorial for the cobblestone generator, but I made them even more extreme by using books in Minecraft to show text. And I think a lot of people were interested in that, and um, it eventually led to this video performing pretty well. compared to this one, but yeah. Um, After this, in fall of 2019, I tried to start a new Minecraft Let's Play called Minecraft Québécois Let's Play. And it lasted only one episode because like I wanted to make more, but I didn't have much time to do more episodes because I had school and stuff. So yeah, I was pretty occupied and I kind of forgot I made that eventually. But since I had some free time, I continued on producing music, and that's how some music videos appeared during that time. Yeah. So now, let's say we're 2020. Before this, I'm gonna talk about why I tried to make this, because I have always struggled between trying to make English content and French content, because I'm a Québécois. So, um, back when I made my first channel that I deleted eventually, I had done a similar thing. Um, Somewhere, yeah. Like over here in 2012, between 2012 and 2013, I made a lot of Let's Plays and stuff in that first YouTube channel, and one of them was French content, but it was silent, and I wanted to be able to reproduce that, but in like spoken form, and I didn't have a microphone at the time, so and that's why eventually I had the idea to do it on this channel, but that didn't really succeed, so I kind of let the video go down. But I think eventually I might do something about it, but I'm gonna try to put it on another channel instead, because it's like two different types of languages on the same channel isn't that great. Yeah, so now we're in 2020. So what happened in 2020? We'll find out after I dig this out. Okay, so uh, yeah, so um, now we're in 2020, and you know what 2020 had. So um, uh, because of this, I didn't have. I was in an internship at the time when the thing happened, so I got a lot of loose time off, so um, started playing Minecraft a lot. So because of that, there was a period of time where I tried to become much better at UHC, and that led to two videos where I kind of complained about like different launchers and stuff that gave like advantages and stuff, and I don't really hold those beliefs anymore, but like it still kind of is true that some clients do provide advantages, but like I don't really care about that anymore. um, but because of that, I like a lot of people started to notice me in the community, and I became a lot closer with the Reddit UHC community at the time. So yeah, yeah. And at the same time, I had so much time that I decided to make a tutorial on how to play Skyblock. So, how to play Skyblock tutorial. And with that tutorial, I included a time lapse of me actually playing Skyblock because that was the plan from the start. I made the time lapse video, and then I used the time lapse video to put it in the background of the how to play Skyblock um, tutorial and what is Skyblock and stuff. Um, and then at the same time, I also started posting Minecraft survival world log, which was a new series. And this time I started the episode count at 1 instead of like 20 or something. And what was particular about this Let's Play is that I made uh, episodes after doing the tasks. So let's say I wanted to have a nether portal where well I built the nether portal, and then um, when I'll show all the builds, like I'll talk about, oh, I made this nether portal, and it was more of a demonstration kind of let's play, and I kind of liked it more because it left me with more time to um, like play without fearing uh, taking too long between episode parts. So yeah, um, yeah. So that continued on uh, pretty much until 2021, I think. It was pretty long to do certain episodes, but I truly enjoyed that world, and I made a pretty big Nether hub in that one, and like made the biggest Nether hub, and it was pretty cool to see that in action. And that's how I also gained experience in other areas like villager trading. Before that, I didn't really do much villager trading, but when I created the world, I wanted to do it a lot more, and it was very helpful in my now found experience with villagers. So yeah. At the same time, I also made this channel's trailer, so Demomaker channel trailer. And I also made a tutorial for TNT duplication. And I like the tutorial didn't need any text, so I just explained it in like survival and creative, and it was pretty simple. A lot of people liked that video, but the video stopped gaining traction sometime. I don't know why. Yeah, and after that episode, uh, something happened. Um, so during the summer, well, before the summer started, I wanted to join a recorded round for UHCs, and someone else asked about it on the Reddit uh, subreddit, and uh, eventually it led me to join a Discord where we were going to play a recorded round, and um, I was part of two at the same time, and one of them I didn't eventually have time to play on it, so I didn't play on that. And the other one was Alpha Soup UHC Refill. And like I didn't perform very well, but I at least like put up a good match against the player who killed me. But the season was crap because like a lot of people thought the season was kind of dull because there was only one player who got most of the kills. Um, and then because of that, I didn't get much involved with UHC uh, anymore. So yeah, and then uh, I posted a tutorial. Um, well, I made a Minecraft mod right around this time. I made a Minecraft mod for counting blocks. So I made it for 1.16 because it was going to be the newest version at the time, and it gained a lot of traction because a lot of people were searching for the same thing at the same time. So um, the video still is gaining a lot of views now, but it's not that relevant anymore because I'm not updating the mod. Yeah. um, and I also posted more music videos, and like didn't really like doing that because uh, like it took space from the Minecraft content. So eventually I created a music channel instead and put all of the music on that channel. Um, and that's why there's certain music videos on my channel, but most of them are on that other music channel. Um, yeah, I also experimented. Well, yeah, that's was it for 2020 and 2021. I had I had well, and when I posted the mod video, um, like it was pretty early in my college years, and um, like a a lot of my time was taken by studies and stuff, so I didn't have any time to update the mod. So um, yeah, and I didn't have much time to play, but eventually in January I had enough time to play like um, indie games that I found on the Steam store, and one of them was No Maze. And like I was searching for a game like it at the time because I wanted a calming experience like Terraria and Stardew Valley, and it kind of fit that niche. And yeah, so I tried the game out and I put put a video about it on the channel, and it didn't gain much attraction, but yeah. And at the same time, I also posted another video. I I I don't know. Like it was the worst Minecraft tutorial. Like I titled that because I was kind of trying to demonstrate after watching a mumbo jumbo video about tutorials on how to make the worst Minecraft tutorial, and I created it for that. But it didn't really serve much of a purpose, so eventually I privated the video. um, yeah, and yeah, that was the only videos I posted in 2021 because I was still occupied by studies. Um, and then in 2022, uh, well, there's something that changed between 21 and 22 because in December 2021, I met Chesnick while MLGing in the Arctic lobby. So Arctic is a UHC server, and it's related to the Reddit UHC community, and I I met Chesmic while doing like and like we were talking in chat, and eventually he invited me to join um, Incidendo UHC season 6, and yeah, and eventually the season released, and I got a lot more invites to other UHCs, and that's how I eventually uh, got introduced to more UHC seasons and recorded rounds. Yeah, so 2022 was like the big year of UHC recorded rounds for my channel because I didn't know what else to post on it. I also made a video on the Minecraft survival world log, but it was one of the last ones that I was going to make because I was kind of uninterested in the survival world. It had been like 2 years or something since I started the series, and I hadn't done anything. So yeah, so now um, yeah. So at the end of 2022, I made a UHC 10 montage where I put together clips of the UHC recorded rounds I became part of, and honored the the first meeting between me and Jasmine. Yeah. Then now we're in 2023. So what happened since then? Well, I still played recorded rounds. Um, more UHC recorded rounds. And I eventually started to get a bit bored of just playing UHC recorded rounds. So eventually I started playing more uh, multiplayer and single player survival worlds. And then I got the idea to create this, well, to play this world again. I I was showing one of my friends this world, and I realized how it was so underutilized for how much time I put in it. So um, I decided to make the world revitalized. So um, started world revitalization. And that basically means I want to bring the world back to life, and that's what I've been doing since that point. And yeah, so that's mostly my Minecraft journey since the start. Um, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this timeline. Um, I might add some more bits if I remember, and yeah, these were most of the most important points of uh, my Minecraft and YouTube journey. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another episode, but with less voice. Oh, more building. Goodbye. Bye bye.